that well. Unless he Googles
I'm sorry, guys. I accidentally bumped it off when I turned it around. But Dr. Love's stringing this boy on. He goes, "What you sniffing? What you sniffing?" Listen to how mellow he is, how coked up he is. Listen to little red hooker. Our 16-year-old she-male in New York City. Well, he claims he's 16, but I think that's fear that did it to him.
You got to run in a barefoot station to get you say you're on a Megatron, whatever antenna you're on near break. I chased the flyaway, Doc. My bag.
This is how coked up he is. Sound like a little girl, comfortably coke numb.
You ain't chased Richie away. Richie's right there. See, you laid in the cut until I called Richie out, and then you keyed up. What I need to do is get a radio check from you. I'm going to change radios here for 1 minute, and I'm going to get a radio check from you. Just give me 1 minute. Let me cut the damn thing on.
He's too close to you to give you any proper radio check, Dr. Love. Let the video gate here give it to you.
Hey, Rez, look, I got this Galaxy here, okay? And I had it for a long time. And I got my two filters on the back.
The other radio's louder and clearer.
On the bottom, so I can put it on my scooter. I have it on the scooter, but I brought it in here just to check out, see if the damn thing is working. But the needle was tight. The needle gets moved and then don't want to move. But the SWR is okay. All I need to know from you now, how's the echo on this microphone that I got on this Galaxy? Go back to the other radio. You sound better with the other radio. I'm not used to hearing you on this radio.
I don't believe it.
Okay, let me change the microphone. Let me cut the echo out. How is it without the echo? It's normal. It's a little bit lower than the other radio. That's what I'm looking at.
Try not to stutter, cokehead.
Okay, we're going to have to figure this out. Thank you. I might have to let Richie work on that damn radio.
Oh, Doc, you said Richie and not her. You got her crazy.
It was matched up. That's right. It was matched up for the two fill that I had. But now I got this Palomar 250 here, but it's off. I ain't got it in line with the damn thing. But you said it sounds low. The audio looks good on the meter. On my meter, the audio looks good, but I have an idea that the audio might be a little low there, Brent.
You have tests on that?
Okay, it's an old radio, it's a Galaxy Sat. It's a mobile radio, and not many radios they got a Galaxy Sat like this. Got the frequency counter and everything like that. A damn good radio to run my two fill, but it just needs some a tune-up. It needs a minus touch there, so if I get a hold of Richie one day, I'll let him do it for me. I like the goddamn radio, and I like the damn radio, because I used to goddamn kick ass with that radio with my two fill that I had up in here to go with it. I forgot who I bought this radio from, somebody with along with the two fill. He said, "Dr. Love, don't go inside the radio." I had my technicians tune it up for the two fill. And I don't know what technician, but it could have been Richie. So was some guy at a truck stop, so they got his numbers on the top of the radio, a tag. But I just don't know. But I always come to my mind that this Richie could have did the work on this radio to go along with the two fill.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Across all my video channels throughout the years, you see all those different Galaxy base stations that I have, right? You ought to check out some of them gates, especially on Pistol. On the non-Pistol channel, you're probably in a lot of those because, you usually give me radio checks when I'm done. So, you might want to check those out, man. You know what I'm saying? Richie's got the knack with them Galaxy bases.
This is a mobile, Richie. This is a Galaxy Stratton. A Galaxy Stratton 2. A mobile radio. It's a black radio there. You familiar with it?
Oh, you don't have the Saturn base? We're not talking about the Saturn base, we're talking about the old Saturn mobiles?
Yes, this is Stratton mobile. Got the frequency sounding, Snaps. It says Galaxy Samson 2. It got the frequency counter. It's got up channels, it got all the channels in it and everything like that, Roger?
Yeah, I'm very, very familiar with those radios, Doc. Those are all the old Uniden production Galaxy lines, man. So, I'll have to say I'm way over too familiar with those era radios.
Well, good. Maybe one day you can put the Midas touch on the goddamn thing for me, Roger.
No problem. You know how I rock you. I'll let you hear it for a day or two on the table in the video before I touch it. Then I'll do it up and let you hear it a couple of days, me talking to you on it. And you'll get to hear it on the other end in DX land.
You sound like a winner to me, Mr. 127. Sound like a damn winner, man. And I do appreciate it.
Now keep in mind, the listening public, I cannot do nothing. There's nothing I can do if the radio sounds different on someone else's table or antenna than mine. I'm going to tell you why. Because I am not responsible for the rest of the equipment that radio is going to sit in front of. The wiring behind it, the power supplies, the amplifiers, the antenna, the coax. Since I never checked any and all of that other pieces out or made special adjustments and wire solderings to accommodate that, don't ever get it twisted. You understand? But check it. When you hear them on my table, bank on one thing. If the rest of the station in front of that is sound, that's what it's going to sound like.
I appreciate it, Richie. No, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with it whatsoever, man. If you got to change the parts inside, whatever, man. You know, the money ain't the issue, Mr. 127. All I want is quality. Okay?
You're on the Saturn now, correct?
I just cut it off because Red Hook told me the audio sound low.
Well, I told that to you too, but you didn't hear me. But nevertheless, and before he did. So, yeah, well, Doc, it don't sound like you need anything replaced in it. It sounds like you have a perfectly good working radio that just wasn't tuned up properly. You understand? So, all probably just needed a good factory alignment, and then after I've said everything like that, then I do my magic touch in the thing, and we'll see how it comes out.
Yeah, both ends. But I had it up there at Sam one time, and he opened up and said, somebody been in this radio, Dr. Love. Somebody else did some work on the radio. But when I first got it, I had a 2-pill, and was running on a 2-pill, and the guy told me to don't touch it. And I never did touch it, anything like that. And it ran good. It ran good on the goddamn 2-pill. Now that I got it on this Panama 250, I just want to make sure the goddamn thing is good working right there, right?
So Sammy at Delta was smart for you. He didn't whack pack the thing for you. He just closed it up and you took it back home, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, because if he whack packed it, then you listen, if he whack packed it, you already know the end result. And, it's going to be loud and clear, but, it's not going to sound like the rest of Richie's radios that are out there that are unwhacked. Do you understand me?
Well, it's not going to sound like the rest of those goddamn radios. I want it to sound like Brooklyn Kid and Brown Hornet, John Scott. I want it to sound like on the rest of those goddamn radios that you've been working on.
Okay, well, keep this in mind, please. BK Striker was never whack packed. It was pulled out the box and done. Okay, Brown Hornet's Galaxy was never whack packed. It was just done by me. Okay, the other guy's base station never whack packed, just done by me. Keep in mind, those are 3 radios that have not been whack packed.
410. All right, well that was clever, Richie. But I know damn well you can do it, and I know that I'll be satisfied with what's going to be done, Roger?
If you want to know what whack pack really sounds like, go listen to your neighbor Gigolo in audio video. I'm out of here.
Listen to Gigolo in audio video? Mr. Red Hook, I had this radio over good 9 years. And I had it on my scooter. Now I see why when I had it on the scooter and I had my box on, nobody was hearing me like I was supposed to be heard. Okay. Now I'll take this goddamn two-pill off this goddamn radio later on tomorrow and give me a goddamn nice Cobra 29 and put it on that damn thing for about $100. That's what I'll do, Red Hook. Give me a Cobra 29 and patch the damn two-pill on the back and put it back on my scooter. Then I'll be getting out. No wonder it wasn't getting out so goddamn good. Those scooters there, Red Hook, a four-wheel scooter. Now, not a flip or nothing like that. I just bought it. And I went on the bridge. And on that bridge, goddamn, I could hear goddamn Richie killing me. Oh, man, that tough-looking audio on that goddamn DQE. Damn, that tough was coming in some kind of strong. I tried to talk to Black Smoke in Harlem, and he said he heard me, but he heard me on the low side. I tried to get back to Skyhawk. He didn't hear me. All because of the radio. I should have left my 148 up on that goddamn thing. But we'll make a mojo turn. Before we do anything, we're going to put it in the base station and check it out. But the two pills, Red Hook, I paid $100 on eBay. Panama two pills. What you call them, have the same thing. The Lincoln guy, what's his name again? Hot Sauce. He had the same damn box. $100 damn, man. Inside is goddamn new, clean. That's a goddamn whistle. Red Hook, you couldn't beat it, man. That's the second good thing I got off of eBay. It's a Cobra 2000 and this goddamn two pieces of a modulator, two pieces of glass modulator. Goddamn brand new. Inside the tools are brand new. And I paid $100 for it. Did I get lucky? You don't get lucky like that all the time, Mr. Red Hook. And I got it up here. I got it all wrapped up in bubble wrap. I put it on the side because I want to be neighbor friendly. You know, there ain't nobody out here to fight with. Ain't no good skip rolling Red Hook, so I just do it on the down low, quiet.
Hey, Dr. Law.
Yo.
I'm not going to lie to you, but that person you asked, you know, what are you snorting over there? Why are you sniffling? What are you sniffing over there? Well, the sniffling turned into worse than snoveling. It's now not sniffling, it's snoveling, which is sniffing and groveling at the same time. And you got her all crying now because, you know, you had to say you were going to let me play with your Galaxy radio, you know?
Oh, man, why are you mixing that, Richie? God damn. Man, see, why you have to mention it like that? You know how many people going to say, man, I'm a flip-flopper, I'm a backstabber, that I'm going to get you to do work on my radio? Why you have to go that route, man? You know what's in his mind. You didn't have to talk about it, man. Just left it alone.
In the great words of Dr. Love, I wouldn't want anyone to ever call you a dick licker. So my apologies, but I was just shedding you a little insight on why Little Snippy's, the Yayo Queen, didn't key up since, you know, you said that.
It doesn't matter, man, what they call me. They call me the sun. They call me everything underneath the goddamn sun, Richie. It don't faze me. You know, that don't stop the party. One monkey don't stop no show. That don't stop nothing from running there. Protest.
Well, Doc, listen. You and my soon-to-be wife ought to get together because she makes me laugh with that one monkey don't stop no show type shit. And, you know, I think it's funny you put it like that. But nevertheless, you're right about that, Doc. But check it. They don't call you half as much as they call me. And we know the reasons they call it to me. And that is where the weight counts.
Yeah, you might not think so. But who gives a damn, Richie? Don't you pay the cost to be the boss? Hey, what's the seven? Honest to God, who pays the cost to be the boss on your side?
Well, Doc, I'm not going to lie to you. A cat like me will never walk up to somebody and make a statement like that because right off the bat it says to a cat like me, yo, I'm either fake or I'm not here under official capacity. So either way, I got you from the giddy up from here on in, baby. Let's start the sideshow. Hey, you see this right here? This is Fuji, baby. This ain't Kodak.
Careful. Now I get the radio to sound like that audio that you got like that, nice and clean and the crowd. Oh man, I'll be satisfied. I'll be happy. If I get it to talk like that radio you're talking on now, I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a damn tip because it's me on business. Such a good goddamn job. How you think about that, Mr. Redfoot?
Hey, Doc, I can make one guarantee.
What's the guarantee?
Any Uniden Grant XL that is new old stock, never touched, or still in its virgin board factory left condition, I guarantee I make every Uniden Grant sound like this. It was a signature radio. Why do you think Pick 'em Up Truck started hysterical laughing when I said a Debbie clone? Because Richie used to do Uniden Grants was one of his number. Look, between the Uniden Grant, the Superstar 3900, and the 2950, Richie sold a couple of dozen of those every week because these was signature radios. In other words, the radios he specialized in. When you hear the basses and the mobiles, Cat was out there saying, talking about antennas we used to put up in trees, man. You know, I put over 200 Antrons up in the state of Jersey alone. That's got nothing to do with Pennsylvania or New York. Okay, and we're not talking. Listen, Doc, I had an Antron on a mountain in Berkeley Heights, Doc. It was 160 feet in the air on one of the highest mountains in Berkeley Heights. This kid had everything shut out. He was rivaling me in Skipland. Yo, this kid was killing all the gangsters in Plainfield, Edison, South Plainfield, Patterson, with a little 2 1/4, 2 455s on the antenna I put up on the tree. And yo, they burnt his house down. Listen, they burnt his house down. The kid controlled a serious part of the East Coast.
You mean tell me he had a hater? He had a couple of goddamn haters, and they went over there and set fire to his ass?
Doc, when I went off the air, it took them less than 18 months to burn that house to the ground.
God damn.
Listen to me. The kid had an old J.C. Penney radio that I did to him, a Cadillac Mobile, an old J.C. Penney sideband unit. He also had a Sears Road Talker. I did them both. I guess his father or his grandfather had these things still laying in the box in good shape. And, you know, they were both virgins, so I hooked them up. We gave him brand new coax, we gave him a brand new A99, a brand new power supply, and a brand new Shooting Star 2 1/4. This cat was rivaling me, and I was using a Galaxy 800 in DX land. He had, listen to me, any carrier I was dropping in New York or New Jersey, he was practically matching. You understand me? So I'm going to tell you what, you know, and that's pretty good, man. And I tell you what, he was downpinning. I mean downpinning. All of Plainfield, Edison, Piscataway, listen, my man was downpinning them around the dial.
I had a guy over here like that. His handle was Man McKay. And he lived in one of those factory buildings or something like that. Bigger place, and had a big ass box. I mean, this guy, boy, keyed up, he flashed a whole 40 goddamn channels in the neighborhood. Everybody coming to the channel, who the hell is that? Could be in between the channels some damn weird. Nobody knew who he was, but he was flashing like hell. He was a technician and everything like that, Richie.
Listen, you get Brown Hornet to do this for you. Next time Brown Hornet on his way home cruising down 78, tell him to make you like a 30-second video on 78 pulling up to Berkeley Heights. Look at the big mountain on your right. Not to mention that part of 78 is seriously elevated anyway. But check out that mountaintop, man. Check out that mountaintop in Berkeley Heights. Google the highest point in Berkeley Heights. It's going to make you a little upset. You know, next to mine in Chester being 896 and listening to those clowns rattle off their Jersey 20s. I'm like, dude, y'all dealing with double-digit above sea level levels here. Shut the fuck up. Yo, dude, listen to me. Yo, I'm telling you, Doc, this kid was potent, dude. He had everything in that part of Jersey shut down. He was downpinning just all the towns around him. And all he had was a lousy 225. 2 455s. That's it. He couldn't go past 160 watts as we know it.
You said Berkeley Heights in New Jersey?
Doc, he was at the top of the Berkeley Heights mountain, really at the top where I'm trying to tell you that 100 feet in every direction off this kid's property just went downhill. So he was on the peak. Understand? Me and Steve put his antenna up in a tree, bro. Listen, we needed 200 feet of cable because the ropes, Stevie's 100-foot ropes, Stevie had to use his bigger ropes. His 100-foots were too small for this tree, dude. Understand? The antenna, when we hit the 200s up together and we did the drop down, we figured out what it is. Yo, it's like 160 feet from the ground up, dude.
Okay, I got it. Berkeley Heights in Edison, New Jersey. Berkeley Heights in Edison, New Jersey. That's Edison, New Jersey?
Forget about it. He had everything shut down. Edison, Piscataway, South Plainfield, Newark, you name it. Listen. Anything in between me and that kid and anything around that kid that was... Doc, if you put me and him in the center of a 360, anything in between me and him, we were fighting. And anything on his side of a circle, he owned. You understand? This kid was potent, dude. Doc, let me tell you something. This kid was, guys in Edison and Plainfield were shooting skip, running KWs, multiple KWs. This little kid come on the channel, take them right out the other, my man tell them they all back quiet, the frog just leap. All the skip lamb is repeating this one. These guys used to go ballistic, bro. My friend who ran 5 KWs out of Plainfield could not scratch this boy up.
I got you once and said I had to turn down the volume. I was recording what you were telling me.
Hey, listen, there are a lot of old gangsters down there in Newark, Edison, and Plainfield. Let's refresh their memory. Froggy from Berkeley Heights. Hey, Doc, you know why them Jersey girls are getting so squeamish now? There's a lot of rumors floating around. They get a lot of facts they never had. They're finding out something. Richie's a powerful motherfucker. not just on the radio either.
God damn, hold the fuck up. Hold on. Now you're getting a little too far. What do you mean not only on the radio? You was some kind of... hold up. I'm trying to get a clear understanding on this now. God damn.
Doc, I like letting the gangsters tell the stories. You want to know when it comes out of their mouth, the peons and the wannabes tend to believe it. But, it's a whole lot worse than that. So let the gangsters tell the stories, because they're always going to end them with, you fuck with him, yo, and that means you on your own.
Oh, shit, man. Woo! Close your ears, brother. Close your damn ears. Sure wish I could have somebody that I could ask. Sure. I'm gonna have to go on that damn Facebook page and talk to your old girlfriend and how bad you was and your evil ways and everything like that, your gangster ways. I'm gonna have to ask you. You might be right with that goddamn way you're talking about pistol grip.
Doc, I ain't no gangster. I've been telling you that from day one, man. I ain't no gangster. I'm a gangster killer. You want to ask my ex-girlfriend about something? Ask her the day the Cavalcanti soldiers came into my place to enforce and insist they were my new partner. Do you want to know what kind of gangster killer I am? Ask her about that day.
Oh, shit, now. Getting very interesting there. Let me get my damn recorder here. All right, give me some more of the story there.
Better than that. Ask her what happened the next time they came back.
All this happened up in New Jersey?
Dude, the kid was raking it in, dude. He had a golden rep and he took a fucking penny and flipped it into almost holy shit, do you see this guy? Do you see what's going on? Oh my God, we need a piece of this. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Ask Debbie why the accountants walked out on me. Go ahead. Ask Debbie why my accountants quit. You're going to like this.
Ask Debbie why the accountants left.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you why the accountants left.
Bring it out.
They says you opened the spot with a little under $15,000 in stock, merchandise, and total capital. Since then, you have on paper over $183,000 of equipment that you purchased for resale. Where's the money? You know how I answer to that? Hold up. Did I not pay taxes on any and everything I did in here? Yes, you did. Then I don't think it matters where the fuck the money is. It's just not there for y'all to steal.
That's free warfare. Boy, you're showing how to clear your way out of that shit.
I gave them nothing to hang on to, nothing to steal. All the profits went up in smoke. Cabs, diners, everybody was getting the trips to the diner. Richie was like the main diner guy. You understand? Besides, I always got a kick out of when I was feeding people. Besides, I wasn't allowed to have anything personally because I never wanted any low-life scumbag that I got the goods on to try to say, hey, look, we got him on the take. What a take. Hey, Doc, that was just the receipted paperwork alone. You know that doesn't have nothing to do with none of the export 10-meter radios, the amplifiers, or any peaks and tunes or installs. That was just equipment that was purchased when I opened my doors for resale. So I opened the doors with under 13 in stock. And in less than the third quarter, I stacked up 183 grand in repurchasing. Now, you know, no matter what kind of markups I was putting on them, because, you know, it didn't matter how much profit I made, the main goal here was to pay the taxes on every penny. And since that was done, nobody could say nothing. I did get phone calls for the first 6 months to raise my prices that I'm killing everybody. But hey, when you walked into that store, you won't know one thing. Crazy Richie, his prices are insane, and he's real.
Yeah. Man, I didn't know it was like that. I thought you was working up there at the truck stop, and you was working for somebody. I didn't know that you was the owner of the damn place. Got to be more careful.
Doc, I did that too. On Saturday and Sundays for a lot of the truck drivers that were doing layovers and truck stops. I used to run the truck stops, dude. I used to put mobiles out there with cars and vans full of equipment, and we used to service those fucking guys. It got to the point where after a couple of years of this, one of the truck stops who never ever allowed anything CB to ever be done on their premise allowed me to set up shop. As a matter of fact, they propositioned me. I says, why me, why here? They go, why? Because we never let anybody in CB world here. The best reputation out there on these roads and the best sounding work is coming from your fingers. So Johnny set me up.
I know my boy been here. I had this guy that used to be over here, Jamaican guy. He used to live over here in Brooklyn. He used to be a truck driver. Drives 18-wheeler. Him and another boy. And I can bet that he's been to your shop in New Jersey. Now his wife, his girlfriend live in New Jersey. I haven't heard from him in a long time, but I know he's still driving 18-wheelers and everything like that. And I know he has been to your shop up in there.
Well, Doc, to be honest with you, you see what happened when I hit the bandwave. You seen on Channel 19. It took me less than 18 months to quiet down the New Jacks. As far as the RDX crew, the Nicky boys, I wasn't worried about them. I knocked these guys out the box, out the game, and put them all to sleep at night while I was doing what I was doing. They were sucking on their thumbs. So, what was going to tell you? They were easy to beat, man. They moved so far away from this jurisdiction's receiver, it ain't even funny. So, we're not even going to go there with that. But all the other new truck drivers that hit the bandwave after 2004, when I pulled it down, they didn't want to hear me no more. You see how quick it took all them to be quiet, right? Because of what their bosses, the Teamsters, and the older guys in the yards and the ports were telling them. Yo, listen, be wise, be smart. This guy got a very heavy rep. He's very good at what he does. He doesn't have a reputation for being a robber, and he will come and bust you in your motherfucking face. If he tells you he's coming to get you, listen, he's got a long track record, man. And anybody he ever told us, yo, I'm coming to see you, guess what? In less than 2 calendar weeks, surprise, motherfucking prize every time it came out my mouth. Boy, I was loving that credibility type shit. But nevertheless, we're not going to go there. Doc, I'm real, baby. And that's why I smile so hard and talk to Yang. Running your damn... Oh, I got it like that, baby. I'm not out here trying to scare them or intimidate them. I'm not out here trying to stick them up. And check it, I damn sure ain't out here trying to pump them full of some other bullshit. But in the end, I told them, in the end, they'll all be my custody. They don't understand the meaning of that yet. But hey, mark my words.
You gotta know about the shop. Because this guy, you had a guy that 148 or somebody told the guys on the phone, you say Richie's not a liar. Richie is telling the truth. He did have his own shop and everything. You told me it now, this wasn't no shop like Bob's TV shop. You said your shop was in the back of the mall or something like that there, right?
No, negative. The one 148's telling you about was 440 square feet, 3 rooms of bliss, bro. One room for radios, another room for antennas and all accessories, and another room for, Listen to me. Listen, the smallest one I ever had was the one up in Chester. But that was still 400 square feet of, 2-room, It was one big room busted down in half that I did, so it didn't matter, man. But the one he's telling you about was the nicest one out the tree.
God damn pretty, now this is new to me. Man, you was in the money, kid. You was in the damn money. God damn free. Okay. It ain't no lie. And I know I've been there. I know I've been to one of those short stops, man, with this guy, with this truck driver. I know I've been to one of those stops, man. I swear to God, but I just can't put my hand on which one.
Doc, I'm not going to lie to you. And when I opened my first shop, I was nowhere prepared for the impact of the reputation I built for myself throughout the years on that bandwave. Because, Doc, if I tell you Doc, if them doors were not open at 10 a.m., the horns and the rumble of the building was like, forget about it. The tractors in the parking lot, forget about it. So it's come 10 a.m. Doc, they used to be lined up in the hallway 20 deep waiting for my doors to open.
I just love the damn radio and everything like that. When I get a chance, come tomorrow, I'm going to take this radio off the table here. I'm gonna take a video. I'm gonna take the video with the radio and the box that's mounted on it, and I'm open it up and let you see the inside, and let you see the serial numbers that's on the top. Maybe you can recognize those serial numbers that what shop it came out of there, Roger?
Alright, well, I ain't gotta explain none of this to you because you of all things remember what happened when I first hit the bandwave and Mr. 79 thought I was the man that sold him a bogus radio and amplifier and took his $900. Just by me, serving up the shop owner that actually did, and having 7-9 tell the world that in the end, I feel for the dude because, that was a fucked up situation. But that ought to tell you right there the kind of caliber of my game. So whenever you hear that, Richie, would just shut the fuck up, that was a beautiful thing to me because that voice is all 7-9 needed to hear on the phone. That's the only voice he needed to hear ever again. And, that solved the issue right there. The king.
I'm going to take a video of this thing and send it to you in the next half an hour.
So I made his radio wrong of like 18 years ago. I got it corrected for him. At least I think I corrected it for him. I bet you Straight Razor can tell you who's talking in that recorder. Richie, would you shut up? I bet you Straight Razor can ID that man for you. In other words, you're dealing with CB radio giants that have been holding their ground for 3 decades, and they have a very, very long hanging good rep behind them. Except for that whack pack and that radioactive shit. That's where one of my team members got hurt, but hey, since I had nothing to do with it and it wasn't me, it can't be attached to me. But I am the operator that ain't got one Better Business Bureau blemish attached to any of those three shops. And that in the CB radio world, to have CB Shop in the title of your shit and not have any Better Business Bureau, man, what kind of motherfucker could achieve that? Easy. The kind of motherfucker that doesn't sell you secondhand used equipment, bullshit used equipment, or modifies them cockeyed. The second motherfucker that never sells you a refurb, and the second motherfucker that makes sure he never uses the wrong shit. So, Richie's not a brand name kind of guy, but when it comes to his radio game, believe you me, he's brand name everything. He's been through them trial and error stages decades ago. He's also been equipped with knowledge that very few people possess. Equipped by people who created the knowledge, been recognized for the knowledge. Yo, man, let me tell you something. If I'm really going to be good, I'm going to have to acquire every FCC license they could issue and have them make a special one just for me. But you see, that's high hopes and big dreams. But there is a gentleman that achieved this. His name is Louis Franklin. And any guidance you get from him or any correspondence or any technical information, you better bet your last bottom dollar on it. It's the most accurate you want to stand by, utilize, or use. I got to meet Mr. Lou on the first arrest I ever participated in my life. I also got to see my first Phantom box that night too. I didn't know what it was, but I was asked to look in the top of that and count the light bulbs. Yes, the first arrest and collar and takedown and tomb I ever crossed and executed was an FCC takedown arrest. Yes, it sure was. I'm not going to lie there. I don't know what made me so frivolous, but I do know Uncle Lou was a hell of a guy. And you had to see these vehicles. You had to see the way triangulation was done back then. How we were doing this, with these little spinning together. Yeah, this was funny, dude. This was funny. All less than 20 minutes, we extra. Louis put us right in front of his house. Who he think he is? Who he think he is? I still don't know who I am. All I know is what I've been told from birth. And you know what? I look at all the interactions I've had and the things I've done so far. I won't ever argue with. Second son is clear. We'll put that on the same list as swinging elevated around the throne, uttering a word that I could only remember because of Kadosh. Or at least back then, that's the only way I was going to be able to remember it. I was a young child, man. So I thought. But hey, man, if it took the word Kadosh, because, Cats Kadosh was always a thing, man. Me and Michael Gallo were always running the Cats. And then one day I wound up in there on another thing and wound up with a fucking hot dog. But, it doesn't matter because, just enabling it, remember the word, just using, like memory by association. Like, who does memory by associations? You know what I mean? What kind of characters in Cats do memory by associations? You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's going to be easy to remember Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh because of Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. But what the fuck? What in holy hell is Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh? Maybe that's a good title for this video game. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. You know what? I think I'm going to title this video gate that, just because that's a good title for a video gate. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. I say, children, what does it all mean? I must be Hercules. I must be Hercules. Damn, that's a good song. I say, children, what does it all mean? I must be Hercules. You better take a couple of notations on that. Hey, Doc, a couple of notations there, Doc. Doc, a couple of the notations, Doc. I must be Hercules. I wonder what happened to my little, damn, man. See that, Doc? See that, Doc? Somebody waited till you shouted me out, me and you started talking, and they wanted to jump in and, you know, spread their pussy lips. What happened? I thought, damn it, boy. All right, let me get quiet over here. Hey, I've sent this video game. The hole in the wall, Messy Miracle, Ben CB shot. Pistol grip 127, the king